I guess I better get out of the garage, huh? All right. So this is my Art of MotoVlogging playlist. This is... That lens is dirty. God. I dropped my 360 camera and it's got little specks. I put lens protectors on there, but they're like $30. I don't want to constantly replace them. You know, I'm the person that I never drop my phone, my cameras, anything like that. I get this expensive 360 camera and that's like the first thing I do is drop it. So this is the Art of MotoVlogging playlist. This particular video is about the history of the motovloggers and kind of the people that made a big deal about them. Now, I don't have a big list, but I did do a lot of research about this topic and just what I'm covering on this particular video. It's a really nice day out today. So I guess let's go ahead and dive into the list. So kind of the first person that started the whole thing was a guy named M13, or he goes by M13, but his name is More Death, or for what research purposes I could find, that's what he went by. Now, he's like in Brazil or something like that, or Taiwan, I think. And he kind of did it differently. So like he didn't have GoPros and stuff when he started it. He was using things like your old bullet style cameras, not like bullet as in like security cameras, but like those old camcorders, not the ones with the strap that were massive, but like when they first started coming out with, I think, like the digital style of them. The image quality wasn't good. Like his videos weren't, you know, 1080 or anything like that, but he was the first to do it. He rigged up a little system and was trying to teach people how to ride, which is really cool and innovative at the time because people weren't doing stuff like that. He's still making videos. He got in a really bad wreck. It was a while ago at this point, but yeah, he got in a really bad wreck at some point in time, but he's still making videos and he's still doing the thing. So this is the restaurant. She forgot her stuff in, so we gotta go in here and get her jacket. They're not open. We're gonna go check. We have recovered the jacket just to put this freaking jacket in it. So yeah, M13 was kind of who started the whole thing, and then it was around 2012 that it really started picking up with different motovloggers. We have Chase on Two Wheels, which he is still heavily making videos. He does the Wreck Bite Rebuild series. In that series, he's done a ZX-10R, I think 2 ZX-10Rs. He did a CB300. He did 2 CB300s at one time. But yeah, so he's still in it. He's one of the biggest motovloggers. He's driving like some sort of, he got kind of more into like the more comfortable bikes. Like he was doing like a Daytona 675 and stuff like that, but he's kind of gotten more into the comfortable bikes. But yeah, he's still doing the thing though. He's just he's a lot more professional. He's a really, he definitely turned it into a business. Kind of like Yami Noob. Now Yami Noob is on the list. Now he was very, so the OGs struggled to accept him. He had a really bad accident where he hit a Porsche head on with his Daytona 675. So he had an R3 and he started his channel. And then he upgraded to a Daytona 675. And I want to say it was like 6 months after having the R3. And then he even came back and said he upgraded too early. He needed to get more used to his bike. A lot of people were giving him a hard time. He's very much so like a business. He's got a series where he goes through and like rates people's Facebook posts and all that stuff, and it's very much so a business. But he's done things a little bit differently. He took the time to kind of utilize it as a way to teach, and not so much it's more of an educational platform, kind of like Chase on Two Wheels. Chase on Two Wheels, he has a good divide between riding and talking. Yami Noob does mostly a talking style thing now based off the videos I've seen currently, but he rides track, so he kind of went to the proper way of doing things. He's, as much as a lot of the motovloggers might hate to admit it, he's kind of a important figure in the motovlogging community. And then we got Do It With Dan. Now that's a guy I actually was watching at first, and he's been doing it since about 2013. He had an old F4i or something, and then he got an R6 shortly after. Like within a few weeks of having that R6, or at least it seemed like a few weeks, he wrecked the R6, and then he started jumping around. I mean, he had all sorts of bikes. He had, like, his Magna was just kind of like a known thing. It just seems to stay on the channel as Magna style builds. But you know, he had like an H2. He did the H2 thing, and now he's driving a Busa. He got a Busa like 10 months ago. But one of the things that stood out the most to me about him was that his bike, The Walking Dead, actually reached out to him and used his bike on the show, because like one of his builds kind of looked apocalyptic in a sense, and it just, they were like, yeah, we want to use this on the show. It looks exactly like, I think he used it for like the Saviors or something. He was one of the bikes that got blown up. I think he was physically on the show. Like, he was one of the people in the show. And I thought that was really cool, because I was a big Walking Dead fan at the time, and I was just like, oh shit, that's awesome. It caught me off guard. I didn't expect it. So, but yeah, he's still making videos. He kind of dips out of the motovlogging thing, then he comes back into it. But through and through, he's never going to be able to, as long as he's on YouTube, he's never going to be able to not be a motovlogger. Like, it's just not going to happen. He's always going to have to, like, that's kind of just part of him now. He's going to be a motovlogger as long as he's making videos, because that's what his channel was. And it's hurt his channel a little bit. The building stuff helped with it, but then when he switched over to a dually, and I think he did something political, and it kind of hurt his channel. But this house is crazy. It never got finished. The guy, supposedly, the rumor is the guy who was building that house got caught embezzling, and they've never finished it since I was like 15. So I mean, it's been sitting like that for 20 years at this point. And it's crazy. That'd be a beautiful house if they finish it. Oh, we're not gonna make this left. It's too steep. Just kidding, we're going straight. I know the first time I was riding with somebody, they did that, and they started speeding up, and my butthole clenched. I was like, oh my God, he's killing us. There's a nice little scenic road right here. It's scenic during the fall, probably not right now. Probably just looks like a bunch of dead trees everywhere. But yeah, so Do It With Dan, he's still doing the Dan thing, and I still watch his channel to this day. He's got his own business. He builds metal stuff. He had some issues with some shops, and I think he got it straightened out finally. So, luckily for him, I think he's able to start his business stuff back up. Please don't execute me, mailman. Thank you. Then we got Walterific. So Walterific, he's a really big, like, he's got 2.2 something million subscribers, but apparently he fell out of it. Something with the lady caused some issues. Tried to get back into it. Apparently he's still making videos, but they're not doing too hot. Too hot in the sense of they're doing better than mine. Of course, I just started this new channel, Cola Moto, so I used to be Shots with Cola. I'm now putting this stuff on Cola Moto, unless for some reason Shots with Cola's bike content just starts taking off. So we're doing a little test here. Someone told me that because I switched topics, I'm better off starting my own channel. So I took a few of the good ones, brought them to the new channel, and we're gonna see how it does. something really big. He came out of nowhere just trucking and became like a really big motovlogger. Like I said, I never really watched him. I didn't really watch his content, so I don't really have too much I can say other than he became a big name, and then some stuff happened and it kind of screwed it all up. All right, and then we got Motonosity. That's someone that a woman kind of stepped in and, well, not a woman stepped in, but a woman kind of stepped all over his life. His wife threatened to leave him. Similar thing happened to me with the gun content. My channel was just starting to boom. It was taking off, and then me and my wife had a spat, and I got thrown out of the house, and it completely destroyed my head. And it's impossible to make content when you're in that state, or it feels impossible. I guess it's not impossible. So he had that happen to him, and his channel died off. Apparently he was coming back. Like, he told Do It with Dan and them they were going to do some collaboration stuff, and then they didn't, as far as I can tell. And it's been 2 years since he uploaded, so that channel's probably dead. I think Walterific, though, when he left, I think he's working like at Amazon. I don't know what Motonosity's doing. I watched his channel for a little bit. He had a white R1 with red seats, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. That's my favorite, like, R1. And he was doing an R3 giveaway, but that was about it that I knew about his channel. But I know he was kind of one of the bigger deals before Do It With Dan. And there's a lot of other ones, so there's way more than the ones I'm talking about. You've got people like Jigsaw Brawl, which is kind of like the new age motovlogger. I wouldn't say he's like brand new. I think he's been making videos for like 8 years. Yeah, he's been making videos for like 8 years, and he's one of the crazier riders. I'm gonna slow down right here because cars will cut you off right on this intersection. It's like a blind hill, and then right over the lump is a stop sign. Cars can't really tell you're coming. Yeah, so the motovloggers, like, they some of them are still in the game, some not so much. They all had different things. They all did different things. So some of them kind of did like a more adrenaline style riding, like Do It With Dan was doing wheelies. I mean, now, like, you've got people like Jigsaw Bro that's like a stunt rider, and then you got some of them that took a more professional approach and a little calmer approach. They didn't want to necessarily die on their ride. People like Chase on Two Wheels, Yami Noob. And the one thing that they all had in common, the one takeaway I can say, if you're wanting to take something away from it, is they were all consistent. So they stayed consistent throughout all of the ones that made it. They were consistent the whole time. And then the ones that weren't, they didn't make it. That's kind of the unfortunate thing of it. Like, if you don't stay making videos and stuff, your channel's gonna die. YouTube quits recommending it. You're not gonna, like, if you're not consistent, they don't know whether your content is gonna still be around, and they won't recommend it. That was a huge issue that I used to have. Now that I'm consistent, I have to start a new channel because I destroyed that one, essentially. And they say, like, the dead channel thing necessarily isn't really a thing. Like, you don't actually completely kill a channel, but you kind of can. and then it takes more work to build it back, and that's what I did. And I would have to go back to primarily making the old style content that I used to, not the new stuff that I'm making now, which isn't what I'm trying to do. I want a motovlog. This is what I used to do, and I had the most fun doing. Firearm content's fun, but it becomes more of just like a money pit if you don't have sponsors that are just giving you the stuff. And it made it really hard to stay consistent and have stuff that didn't just feel like you were just trying to like throw stuff together to make content. So if you're wanting a motovlog, you just gotta stay at it. It's the best thing I can tell you is just stay at it. SUVs scooting a pretty good bit, aren't they? Put up to a little 120 pole right there on a closed road, mind you. But yeah, so if you're wanting to make it, you don't have to drive stupid. You don't have to, you just be honest, be yourself. That's one big thing, is being yourself. You don't want to copy somebody. You probably won't make it if you try to copy somebody. Just, most people are would be surprised if they get used to talking to the camera and just kind of being themselves, how interesting you actually can be. Like, my biggest thing that I like doing is working on stuff in the garage. That's what I find the most fun to do. And so I do a lot of side work. I got a buddy that's going to be bringing a bike that I sold him so I can do all the work on it. He wasn't getting much progress done on it, and I was like, bud, do you just want the thing fixed? And he was like, I mean, I was going to eventually get to it. I was like, I understand you were eventually going to get to it, but do you want it got to? And he was like, well, if you're offering to do it, I was like, absolutely. And I was like, just come help sometimes, because it needs a full frame swap and all sorts of stuff. And so that's going to be coming to the channel. My nose is a running. It's not as cold. It's like 48 out right now. It's better than it has been. I'm so ready for spring. I'm ready to go up to the mountains. I'm ready to not fly up on this Charger in case it's a cop. Act like we got a little bit of sense today. I drove a little bit more like I kind of drive when I'm not filming today. A little faster rates. Nothing insane. I drive like I got sense unless I'm on a good road to not have sense. Like these roads, there's so much, I can't predict what's going to happen out here. There could be something in the road. There could be an animal crossing the road. There could be someone pulling out in front of me. So I tend to try to act like, you know, I got a place to go to after this ride on these roads. But like you get up to the mountains and stuff, I'll go a little bit faster and everything, lean a little bit harder, because it's kind of set up in a way that makes you feel comfortable doing that. I haven't gotten to go to track though. I've done a ton of mountain rides. I've never gotten to go to track, so I'm very excited about that. Is there a ton of gravel on this road? Not this time? Nice. I know though I'm gonna look like a complete idiot on the track because I have no experience with track, and I'm gonna be nervous. I'm 100% gonna be nervous, without a doubt. I'm hoping I got a friend that rides track. I'm hoping he's still gonna come with me. He doesn't ride during the winter though. He's like, absolutely not. That's stupid. It's too cold. I'm not touching my bike. He just got a brand new bike. He traded in. He had a 13 R1. He traded in for an MT10. which MT10's still a sick bike. But he's like, man, I kind of missed the R1. But he's going to come with me to the track. He says he is. He better not flake, because I definitely want someone to come with me that's done it before. Yeah, this is Moto, and now all my shirts and all my jackets are completely irrelevant because I started this new channel. Now I'm keeping shots with Cola going. So that channel isn't going away. I made a short that I haven't uploaded yet, explaining all of it. So I am keeping that channel. That channel's not gone. It's just like if I do something with firearms or any of that stuff, it's gonna happen on that channel. These mirrors suck, but I kind of like them. I mean, I can use it to see behind me real quick, like I'm like, oh, nope, good. But I can't just go, don't do that. But yeah, so I guess I need to come out with some new shirts. We're going to see how this goes. We're going to upload these videos. We're going to kind of give this channel a chance. We're going to give it a couple months and see what happens. And hopefully with your guys' help, we can get it going. So I do appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to swing into the store and get because of my new 2026 health requirements, I'm going to go get me a zero sugar monster, I suppose. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll hit it with a like. This has been the Art of Motovlogging, the history of the motovloggers.